The first thing I noticed at my wife's work party wasn't the champagne or the laughter. It was the way her boss looked at her. He wasn't just watching her. He was studying her. His eyes followed her every move with the kind of attention that made my chest tighten. And when she smiled back at him, just slightly, just enough, I felt something shift inside me. Maybe I should have brushed it off. Maybe I should have told myself I was imagining things. But I've learned that sometimes the truth doesn't whisper. It flickers right there in front of you and dares you to ignore it. It was her first company event since her big promotion. She'd been excited, nervous even, insisting I come along. "You'll finally meet everyone," she said, adjusting her dress in the mirror. "Just, please be on your best behavior, okay?" I laughed at that, though I didn't know why it stung. "You make it sound like I'm the one who's going to embarrass you." She didn't answer. Just gave me that soft, tight smile. The one people use when they've already decided something they're not ready to admit. When we walked into the hotel ballroom, she slipped her hand out of mine almost immediately, rushing off to greet coworkers. I stood there, drink in hand, watching her float across the room like she belonged in another world. The kind of world where men in tailored suits leaned in too close when they talked to her. That's when he appeared. "Mark Evans," he said, offering his hand. "You must be Emily's husband." I shook it. Firm grip, expensive watch, eyes sharp. He was everything you'd expect from the kind of man who enjoyed control. "That's right," I said. "And you're her boss." He smirked. "Technically, yes. But Emily doesn't need much supervision. She's exceptional at what she does." There was a pause, a deliberate one, before he added, "In every way." The words hit me like a quiet insult wrapped in a compliment. I studied him. "Glad to hear she's doing well." "Oh, she is," he said. "In fact, she's been indispensable lately." I didn't miss the way his eyes flicked toward her across the room. I forced a polite laugh. "Funny, she never mentioned just how close you two were." That made him grin. "Maybe she didn't want you to get the wrong idea." Before I could respond, someone called his name. He clapped me on the shoulder, harder than necessary, and walked off. I stood there, pulse hammering, trying to calm the storm building inside me. I wanted to believe he was just being arrogant, testing boundaries. But deep down I knew. When Emily came back a few minutes later, I asked, "Why didn't you tell me your boss was like that?" "Like what?" she asked, frowning. "Smug. Flirty. Touchy." Her eyes darted toward him, then back to me. "He's harmless, Mark. Don't start. Don't start." I repeated, keeping my voice low. "He was practically undressing you with his eyes." She sighed, irritation flickering across her face. "You're being ridiculous. He flirts with everyone." I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. But the way she said it, too quickly, too casually, sounded rehearsed. The night dragged on. Every time I looked up, she was laughing with him or standing too close. My drink sat untouched. My jaw ached from clenching. Then came the moment I can't forget. They were at the bar. He leaned in, whispered something into her ear. She didn't pull away. She smiled, softly, intimately. Then she touched his arm. Just for a second. Just long enough. Something inside me snapped. I walked over. My hand landed on her shoulder, and she jumped like she'd been caught. "Hey," I said, keeping my tone even. "Mind introducing me properly?" Her boss turned to me, still smiling. "Ah, there he is. Emily's husband." The way he said it, husband, felt like a challenge. I held his gaze. "That's right. And you must be the man who doesn't know when to stop talking." His smile widened, that confident, knowing smirk of someone who'd never been called out before. "Careful," he said softly. "Wouldn't want to cause a scene, would we?" Emily stepped between us, voice trembling. "Mark, stop it. Please." I looked at her, really looked at her. The fear in her eyes wasn't just from embarrassment. It was the kind of fear that comes when two truths collide. I stepped back, forcing a breath. "You're right," I said. "Wouldn't want to ruin your night." Then I turned and left. The drive home felt endless. My phone buzzed 3 times. I didn't look. I just kept driving, the city lights stretching into streaks of gold and red through the windshield. When I finally got home, I poured a drink and sat in the dark. She came in an hour later, mascara smudged, hands trembling. "You humiliated me," she said, her voice breaking. "Did I?" I asked quietly. "Or did I just see something you didn't want me to?" Tears welled up in her eyes. "Nothing happened, Mark. You're imagining things." I set my glass down. "Then tell me why he knows you so well. Why he talks to you like he owns a piece of you." Her lip quivered. "You don't understand." "Then help me," I said. "Make me understand." She hesitated, looking everywhere but at me. When she finally spoke, it was barely above a whisper. "It started a few months ago. Late nights at work. We were just talking at first, then it got complicated." I felt the air leave my lungs. "Complicated," I repeated. "That's one way to say it." She nodded, tears spilling now. "It didn't mean anything. Swear." I was stressed. He listened. "You were so distant back then." "Don't," I cut in. "Don't turn this into my fault." She collapsed onto the couch, sobbing. "I'm sorry. I ended it. I swear I did." But I couldn't look at her. Couldn't trust my own heartbeat. The image of them at the bar burned behind my eyelids, looping over and over until I could barely breathe. For days we barely spoke. The house felt colder, quieter, like the walls themselves were keeping secrets. A week later I got a call from an unknown number. A woman's voice. "Is this Mark Evans?" "Yes. This is from HR at Anderson and Company. We're conducting a confidential review involving your wife and Mr. Lewis, her direct supervisor. We'd appreciate your discretion." Froze. By the time Emily got home that night, I already knew everything. The anonymous complaints, the inappropriate messages, the hotel receipts. She tried to explain, but her voice sounded distant, unreal. "I thought I could fix it before you found out," she whispered. "I didn't want you to hate me." I looked at her, my heart breaking quietly in my chest. "It's not hate," I said. "It's grief. Grief. For the woman I thought I knew." She started crying again, reaching for me. I stepped back. "I'll pack my things," she said softly. "If that's what you want." I didn't answer. She left a week later. No dramatic goodbye, no tears at the door. Just silence. Months have passed since then, but I still remember that night. The way her boss smiled, the way she looked away, the way everything I believed about love cracked in one single evening. Sometimes I wonder if he ever thinks about what he destroyed. But mostly, I wonder how long she'd been gone before I even noticed she was leaving.